see. Yes, in the black.
What is the hardest skill for you to perform on stage?
The hardest skill for me to perform on stage. What would that be? You know, it's when I'm playing slow and the choreography is fast. That is really difficult to try to keep the bow consistent when my feet and other parts of my body are doing much quicker movements. And so that's probably the toughest thing. Let's see here. Yeah. It's my favorite. Okay, my favorite TV show is probably RuPaul's Drag Race. Big fan, love it. And then my tips for vibrato. I learned vibrato. There's a lot of different techniques and ways that people teach it, but I recently, in the last few years, learned that your ear doesn't recognize as much when pitch goes above, but sorry, I'm saying that wrong. Anyways, it's best to vibrato back rather than vibratoing forward. I learned a forward vibrato like this, so you hit the note and then it's but it's best to do it's best to do the opposite, if that makes sense. So I have been practicing doing more of a pulling motion of vibrato that uses the whole arm and less about just using the wrist to go forward. So yeah, I just practice. I know that makes sense. Yes, in the dress.
Do you think that you would still be here had you won America's Got Talent?
Oh, heavens no. If I'd won America's Got Talent, I definitely would not be here today. And that was actually the best fail that could have ever happened to me. And I think a lot of times doors will close in your face that are devastating, things that you want so badly. And at the time, I remember just being like, this is the end. I obviously, no, I'll never make it. This is all over. But, thank heavens that happened, because when you do those kind of shows, you sign a contract before you even go on the air that basically says if you win, you're in a record contract. And I'd already signed all the paperwork. I'd already done it all. And if I had won, I would have been in a record deal that wouldn't have allowed me to do what I do now. And so, but anyways, I think that's just a really great thing to remember when we all get disappointed or when things don't work out or when we feel like we failed, that sometimes things happen for a reason, and it's up for us to determine where we go next and what the reason is. In the front.
Is there any other violinists you look up to or you really like, or maybe when you were younger maybe?
I mean, yeah, especially when I was younger, I feel like I looked up a lot to Vanessa Mae and David Garrett. They were people who were just doing unique things with the violin, and there was a group called Bond, that was, again, just super unique. And those are some of the people that really inspired me a lot. Yes?
Did you study violin or music in college?
I was about to study violin music in college when I realized that I was just kind of burnt out, and I needed to find another avenue, because I was like, I don't actually enjoy this anymore. Wow, I don't even like it. And so I ended up studying film in college. I switched. And then I went on this mission to just rediscover my passion. I was like, I gotta find the love again, because I had pushed a little too hard. And you do have to find that balance in any time in passion where you make sure that you're still having fun with it. And I think that's so important, because violin can be so regimental. It's so important to treat it almost like dinner dessert. You get your dinner when you practice all those scales and the hard stuff and the things you need to, but you also need to have some dessert, otherwise you'll burn out. And I'm grateful I didn't quit, and that I just was like, I'm gonna find my passion. It got left somewhere back there, but I bet she's still alive somewhere. Yes, sir. Yeah, with the shades.
One of your early YouTube videos, you did it with Freddie Wong, the Legend of Zelda video. Are you still a fan of the series, and if so, what's your favorite one?
Oh man, I played as a kid. Whoa. But I haven't played in a long time. But I'll always love that franchise. I mean, partially because it's nostalgic for me, but also because it was such a big part of, the beginning of my career, which was a really cool, very unexpected thing for me. Yes, my lady in the green.
Do you have a favorite dress that you've designed that you compare all the others to and look back and go, that was good?
I don't know if I have one that's like the comparison dress. I do think, I do get really nostalgic with my costumes. Like I have a little costume shed and they're all in there, all my girls. But maybe like, I definitely have examples I'll give to like, you know, if I am having someone else design things, I'll be like, make it please like this, to try to emulate. I feel like my costumes on my Christmas tour last year, I designed all those, and I was really proud of, I think my last Christmas tour as a whole tour. The wardrobe on that was probably my favorite. Yes, right behind.
How old were you when you started doing like concert, like even classical concert?
I mean, I was doing recitals when I was, really little, but that's not really a concert. I guess it is a concert. I was honing the skill of being able to perform in front of people. From the time I was like, I think my first recital was when I was 6, and let's see, I wasn't really doing performances though that were like under my own name until I was 25. Yes.
How old are you?
How old am I now? I'm just kidding. I am 36. I'm proud of it. I'm a strong 36. And I honestly feel just as good in my body as I did when I first started touring. And I'm really proud of, me and my band, that we're still hanging in there. We're still kicking strong. Yes.
Who is your favorite classical pianist and pianist today? Famous pianist today?
Oh, I have to say, I couldn't even tell you. I don't know if I know the names of, but I do love piano music. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
All right, well, last question in the back. How many years have I played? I've played for 30 years. All right, did you have a question on the side? Was there one I missed? Oh, okay. Oh, I actually designed the crossbow violin, and I worked with a prop house in LA that do a lot of work for movie sets and stuff like that, and they made it for me so that it wouldn't fall apart while I toured, because I was like, I really want this to be functional, and it was in depth enough. So it's a beautiful piece. It's got like little engravings in it, and yeah, that thing had to be designed very specifically, because I was like, I want to play this live, and I don't want it to get in the way of the bow, and the bow get in the way of the other bow. But yeah, I love that violin. That one's called David Bowie. Yeah. All right. Well, Lacey, we had one person who was like, I told him I'd take a picture. Okay, he'll come find you. All right, right on. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you guys. We'll see you soon for the show.
Thank you.